Ooh, my friends, I am very, very excited for this one. Live2.ai. Build brand credibility with authenticity, social proof, and trust. More specifically, interactive, shoppable video. Oh, my friends, you don't know how excited I am about this. I actually worked for an interactive video software company called Happyak, and I helped uh, uh, manage our sales. I help sales and marketing, and it was a amazing platform software that was ultimately purchased. It was bought out. The company had downsized, so I was let go right before, maybe like a year before the purchase took place. They gave me a little something something. No hard feelings, and but it was a tremendous opportunity for me to be part of that organization, Happyak, where we sold interactive video software. So seeing this appear on AppSumo, it absolutely got me excited. Now that said, my standards may be a little bit high, but either way, anything that allows for additional engagement, additional interactivity between you and your consumers, I am all for. And as you can see, you can showcase authentic user generated content right on your website. So social proof turns into revenue, not missed opportunity. Simplify product discovery and reduce drop offs with their shoppable social wall. So I'm excited to dive into this. So Live2.ai has shoppable social wall as the first and foremost kind of feature that they want to boast here. You can showcase UGC and build trust, right? Your customers trust real people with shoppable social wall. Showcase user-generated content, UGC, from 10 plus social platforms right on your site. Automate UGC sourcing, approvals, and publishing to eliminate manual tracking, reduce team dependencies, and streamline operations. Turn authentic social proof into an interactive shopping experience that builds trust, boosts engagement, and drives sales. And I can speak firsthand to the power of interactive video software. And yeah, it absolutely does help to drive engagement. It absolutely helps to build brand trust. And without a doubt, it helps to increase conversion rates. This is awesome. This is awesome. Effortless content rights management with creators. One-step product discovery for brand created in UGC and self-confidentiality with built-in data compliance. So they're pretty secure, it sounds like, too. It's not only a matter of saying we're giving all this, that, and the other, but they're also saying, hey, we're going to also help to protect your data. Social stories keep users coming back. Why do users open Instagram every day? Stories now bring that habit forming experience to your own platform. Share trending, limited time content, exclusive offers, and interactive elements to increase retention. Now, I'll be honest, all of this so far that we've covered is unique from the features that we were selling at Happyak. Happyak interactive video software was, again, unlike anything else out there, hence them getting bought out and, being acquired and utilized as part of, I believe, Bright Cove and one or two other organizations that are using their software and features and whatnot that from their platform. But all of this is kind of unique in the sense that they're giving you like this shoppable social wall and social stories. This was the extent of what we had at Happyak. It was kind of like, well, not really. I don't want to say that. But it just wasn't. I feel like this is just seems more aligned with a marketing and a sales oriented vision as to how you can truly implement and utilize interactive video software to drive engagement, to increase conversion, to ultimately keep people, as you can see here, more time spent on your website. Interactive shoppable videos turn passive viewing into instant shopping. We used to say something similar. And it's true, right? If you're tired of low engagement and abandoned carts, with interactive shoppable videos, viewers can explore and buy products right inside the video. No extra clicks. No drop-offs. Keep them engaged with interactive shoppable elements and call to actions, reduce bounce rates, and drive more conversions effortlessly. And it kind of speaks for itself, as you guys can see in the visual over here, right? Someone sees something they like, they click on it, pops up, and they can literally make the purchase right there while watching that video, seeing the product being utilized firsthand, right? That's the time you want to give them the opportunity to make a purchase. That's the time you want to convert them, when they're watching the product that is going to help solve their problems. You want to do that instead of having it be a traditional format where it's like, hey, watch this video. They watch the video, and then you say, after this video, go click on the link down in the description area and then go to that web. Instead, you are literally bringing the store to them here within the experience of the video. You're encompassing them all in one unified experience, instead of it being, step one, okay, now go and do this, and then leave this whole experience and then do this, and then instead you're giving them the ability to do it all right here seamlessly and fairly effortlessly, in kind of one flow, so to speak, one motion. This is awesome. Solutions for your enterprise needs. The ultimate TV shopping experience is calling. It speaks for itself. I think you guys can think of, and I used to share this, and then now it's funny because it's more common, but you watching this video, it wasn't back when I was in my Happy Act days, the elements that you see on YouTube that allow you to click to the next video and decide what video you want to watch at the end with the end card, that's all interactive video, and it ultimately just isn't presented as such, but that is what it is essentially. I don't know if this is exactly made the same way, but our the old software that I used to sell was an HTML5 HTML am I saying it right when I say HTML5 overlay? I feel like I made up the 5 part, but maybe not. People are like, but I thought you make websites, this, that. Hey, my coding skills and all that, I'm honest. I'm no guru, anything of the sort. But it was an HTML, I think 5. I'm going to say 5. I could be wrong. But overlay that allows you to engage and click on the video. That's how Happy Act was. I don't know if Live2.ai is, made in a similar manner. But either way, it looks like it's legit. Social media management. Streamline your social media strategy with a unified dashboard for managing multiple platforms. Effortlessly post and schedule content in advance while gaining valuable insights into performance metrics. And be there virtually. One-on-one calling. Deliver an in-store shopping experience online with one-on-one video calls for real-time product demos and personalized assistance, building trust and enhancing customer decision-making. Yeah, this is like a whole nother ballpark You know, like I'm impressed. I will not lie. Products made for your businesses, right? Automotive, beauty and personal care, fashion, home decor, electronics, jewelry. I mean, the list goes on, right? And it seems like they have a number of integrations as well that will allow you to integrate this with other software and tools that you are already using. So, yeah, this is awesome, my friends. I am excited to dive into this and see what Live2.ai is all about beyond just, what we're seeing here. I'm absolutely going to be making the most of this opportunity while it is here. And that is why I am a fan of AppSumo, and I do utilize, I'm on there frequently, daily essentially, trying to find tools and apps and products that I believe will help me with growing my business, but also help you with growing your business, help my clients with growing their businesses. And this is awesome to see this. I was not expecting to see any kind of interactive software or tools. Wasn't even like on my radar, something I was even thinking about. And so for this to present itself is awesome. And more specifically, for it to, again, be part of a lifetime deal opportunity, that is exciting. That means you and I have the chance to gain access to some incredibly valuable, some incredibly powerful tools that will help with improving your sales conversion rates, that will help you with making, make more money, right? Increase your revenue. Yeah, this is awesome. I am absolutely jumping into this in full transparency. I don't always mention such, but oh yeah, I'm anxious to test it out and see where it stands compared to what I am used to in the past, my good old Happy Act days. And again, it seems like it's a different type of experience. It's a different solution, and it's really more about marketing specifically and sales. And I like that, because that's exactly what we focus on: marketing and sales alignment and conversion and growth and efficiency. I think this Live2.ai will help in those areas. Man, this is awesome. So all of that said, my friends, let's take a look and see. Again, this is pricing based on their website. So if you happen to be watching this video after the AppSumo deal is no longer available, most likely this pricing might be more aligned with what you should expect to see and pay. Now the weird thing is, okay. So all of these are showing up as different pricing, it's not showing up here. So I don't know. I'm curious if that means the shoppable social wall that we talked about and the shoppable social, if those are not included or if they are included. I'm kind of confused about that a little bit. Maybe it was a little clear and I just overlooked something. Because that seems, the fact that you can kind of click on all these, but it's all book a demo custom price, gives me the impression that it's all completely different pricing and you don't have access to those other features, and it's limited to interactive shoppable videos, which I could be mistaken, maybe not, maybe so, but either way, that was what I initially, like I said, was drawn to Live2.ai, is the interactive shoppable components that allow you to watch a product or some kind of, pitch video, some kind of sales video, some kind of marketing video, and allow your viewer to essentially make a purchase right there. That's what I love. Having a call to action essentially right in the video, where it's interactive, it's clickable. that will absolutely help to increase conversion, assuming the content itself is actually providing value. It's actually convincing the individual of whatever it is you're trying to touch on. Yeah. So looking at the different plans that show up here in the interactive shoppable videos list, you can see they have a free trial plan which includes 10 shoppable videos and 1,000 views. You have the starter plan, best for brands with under 200,000 visitors a month on their websites. So most people probably will fall in line here with the starter plan, which is $40 a month, 100 shoppable videos, 10,000 views, overage $6 per 1,000 views, and free CDN on all plans, aside from Enterprise, which has a premium multi-CDN. And then we have the growth plan, which is $99 a month, unlimited shoppable videos, unlimited, so that's not too shabby. Best for brands with under 500K visitors a month on their websites. You also get 100,000 views, and overage is $5 per 1,000 views, along with free CDN. Now, when we click on interactive videos, you can see the free trial plan is comparable to the starter plan over here. They all include interactive shoppable videos, polls, MCQs, CTAs, interactive stickers, and frames. Whereas the growth plan includes all of that, along with upload custom stickers, interactive hotspots, and branching videos. Now, I'm already sold on the growth plan over the other plans simply because of the branching videos and interactive hotspots. I mean, I'm sure upload custom stickers is going to be awesome too. But I don't need to see anything else in here to say if I can do branching videos and interactive hotspots, sold. And I was a little skeptical about it, to be honest, when I was like kind of going through this and looking at the site, like, but yeah. If you aren't familiar with branching videos, ultimately it's the ability to allow you to let someone decide what they see next. This is where the power really comes into play with Live2.ai. This is where so many people are going to like, you may overlook, maybe you don't understand what you can do with this. And I almost started to create content using YouTube, trying to do something of the sort in my own kind of creative way. But I just didn't like, one, I didn't want to do it on YouTube. But two, it just wouldn't really work the way I was visioning because of the limited abilities that you have with YouTube, because it's not designed for this. It's not designed to be a branching tool. Whereas Live2.ai actually has that feature, that capabilities here under their growth plan and interactive hotspots premium feature. When we click on layouts, you can see that's pretty much the same across the board. I believe everything else may pretty much be fairly similar across the board. So layouts, carousel, PIP, floating video, that's a picture in picture or whatever. Grid, window stories, social import, so import videos through Facebook, Instagram, Google Drive, and customization. All right, definitely want customization. And this is something to recognize also what's different. The starter versus the growth plan, these are pretty much the two we'll focus on for this video. You can see set custom video thumbnail, no Live2.ai watermark, preset background images, preset frames, customize colors, fonts, spacing, size, etc. Automate site sections on the basis of include and exclude labels and custom CSS. All of which I think is essential and you want and you need. The one thing that is not included here that they do have in the next plan, in the growth plan, is the custom logo. So I think that it's going to be worth making, paying that difference, because branding is important, and you want your logo, you want that branding to align with, with your image, with your brand, with your business. Supported, you can see one store over here, and it's Shopify. And under the growth plan, it's 3 stores: Shopify, WooCommerce, and Magento. No mobile app support under the starter plan or the trial plan, of course. But you do have the app maker support. Under the growth, analytics, the same, aside from custom Google Analytics integration, which you get over here. And team management, 3 users, role-based access control under the starter. Growth is 10 users. And under growth, you get a dedicated success manager. You do not get that under the other plans. And customer support includes email and chat support under the growth, whereas it's only email support under the starter. If you happen to decide to go with enterprise over the other plans, again, this jumps up drastically. So unlimited shoppable videos, 500,000 views. Overage is $1 per 1,000 views, and it's premium multi-CDN. All of the interactive video features are the same. The layouts are the same. The social import is the same. The only difference now that you'll see in the customization AI advanced section is that you also get AI sorting videos within a site section, which is pretty cool, I will admit. That is not too shabby. And if we look at the supported 4 stores instead of 3 stores, and the additional one says custom stores. Mobile app support also now includes native Android and iOS SDKs, along with custom development on request. Analytics are the same. Team management jumps up to a unlimited amount of users. Customer success support also now includes dedicated support engineer, and you get a dedicated customer support. Along with the dedicated success manager that growth plan saw. So yeah, my friends, if you are, depending on the size of your business, depending on your specific needs, I'm going to suggest most of you watching this are gonna be a good fit for the starter or growth plans here on their website. This is essentially equivalent to, if we compare their pricing that is currently available right now on their website versus pricing that is on AppSumo. Well, you can see they have a number of different tiers, and this is why AppSumo is so helpful, so beneficial, so clutch, because it can truly help individuals, help self-employed, help entrepreneurs, help self-starters, help small businesses, micro businesses to save a tremendous amount of money. So this is why I do what I do, right? Some of you may or may not know, but I also work as a financial well-being coach for a nonprofit. That clearly is not my main source of income. But it's about helping individuals save money, right? Maximize their ROI, get their money to work for them. And sometimes that means investing it, spending it. Some of you guys on this channel, on Get Matched Now, are familiar with me saying, hey, here's a product that you might like. It's going to cost money, spend money. But if you knew me as a coach, now I'm not like Dave Ramsey, but it's a completely different, side of the quarter. where it's not about spending. But when it's all said and done, it aligns, right? The concept of Get Matched Now, the purpose of it is to help bring these products to your attention. And that's why we love AppSumo, because of the lifetime access that you have to these products, to these tools, to these apps, that you can pay a small fee, what I would say is a small fee, to gain a tremendous amount of value. Now, if you look at the plans, you'll notice the lifetime access over here. The plan that begins where you kind of see everything clicked off is their licensed tier 3 plan, which costs $229. And ultimately, with that plan, you get 150 shoppable videos. And if we look over at all of the plans they have here, well, the starter plan is 100 shoppable videos, and then that jumps up to unlimited with their growth plan. So one might think or assume or suggest that this license 3 tier plan is essentially in between the starter and growth plan, and likely any other additional plans up until it gets to their growth, if they have an equivalent plan here on AppSumo, which we'll see in a moment. So the 30,000 views is the other difference, right? You see views per month here, 30,000. And on the growth plan on this site, it's 100,000. And the starter plan is 10,000. So again, it's right. It's not right in between, but it's in between the two of them. And the number of users is 10, which we did see. Where was that under team management? We did see 10 users under the growth plan. So that at that point, it's aligned with the growth plan. Everything else is included. I believe so. I don't, we scroll down. There may be something, one or two things that may not be available, but it looks like everything else is included. Shopify, WooCommerce, this has all 4. So the store thing, so I mean, they kind of giving you, here on AppSumo, they're actually giving you some additional features that might not be part of, not even the growth plan here on their website, because that shows 3 and it shows 4 under the enterprise plan. Here, you get access to all 4 with even their tier 1 plan. And there may be other little caveats, little kind of components that help give more value to the lifetime plan opportunities here, these lifetime deals here on AppSumo compared to going with one of those other plans on the website. The custom logo is not available under license tier 1 and tier 2. So if we click on customization, you can see the custom logo is only under growth and enterprise. Now, something I didn't notice that I am noticing right now is that the enterprise says custom logo and play button, whereas this is just custom logo. So I'm not entirely sure what exactly that means. I think I'm curious to see, because some of those little things might, again, make or break or push one towards another option over the other, depending on your particular use case, depending on your specific needs, right? Every business is different. But let's continue looking at AppSumo and the options that they have here. As you can see, all of a sudden, we jump up to tier 3 from $229 up to licensed tier 4, which costs $499. You have lifetime access, right? 400 shoppable videos, 70,000 views per month, unlimited users, and everything else is included. Now, the one thing is, I'm curious to see, because I don't technically see it, but I'm curious to see, is there is there a play button here anywhere? Am I overlooking it, my friends? Do you guys see a play button? Button. Let's see. It's only one time on the page, and it's right here. Guide viewers to purchase and learn more with a call to action button. So maybe it is available, but I don't know if that's something different. Because my assumption is like that button would just be something that would appear up here, but it's not really. So, you know, unless they're just referring to it as a CTA. So I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm a little hazy on, or maybe it's just simply referring to the customization of the play button, which I would think you should be able to change that though. But maybe it means something beyond the color, and it's like the appearance or something, or I don't know. I'm not gonna get too hung up on that one little thing right there that has me a little like, I don't really get it. But I will jump back into the different tiers that they have here on AppSumo. At this moment, license tier 4 is $499, 70,000 views, 400 shoppable videos, unlimited users. And then license tier 5 jumps up to $700. And the views per month is 200,000. Unlimited users, unlimited shoppable videos. So you can see the unlimited shoppable videos is available on the growth and enterprise plans. The number of views per month is what changes quite a bit though. The growth plan is at 100,000 views. Here on AppSumo, it's 200,000. So yeah. I think my only other question is, are those other... interesting. So there's no branching. And hotspots. So this has me a little... I'll be honest, I might be a little disappointed all of a sudden. You guys are witnessing a grown man's heart being crushed in real time. Oh boy. All right, because I don't see branching and hotspots anywhere on AppSumo. And while I worked at Happy Hack, our software gave you a fairly easy, access or ability to control what features are available where and when, and it's really simple. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe these aren't available here on AppSumo. I hope I'm just like overthinking about this, and I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I just overlooked it somewhere, or they like spelled it, like wrote it out differently. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This was a much longer video than I was expecting, simply because of my excitement for some of these particular features that I mentioned. And I think I'm gonna have to leave a question asking about these features in particular, because they are what I think I said it at the beginning. I think I pointed it out, not knowing that they may not be available. Which doesn't say this is a deal breaker, but it certainly makes it a deal maker without a question. Now, without these features, I still want to say it's a deal breaker. I'm just not as I'm just a little disappointed. I'm just a little upset, little sad. So let me know what you guys think though. Does Live2.ai seem like something that aligns with your interests, your needs, something that will help you with your business? If so, yeah, you definitely want to take advantage of this opportunity while you can. you don't always have access to these kind of deals, these lifetime opportunities. And I'm not sure if maybe, some of these products, some of these businesses, sometimes they'll come out with the lifetime deals and then have some kind of little monthly upsell that they're still trying to get you to be contributing and paying some kind of monthly fee, which it's business. I get it. You also want the business to stick around, right? You want them to be able to pay for their bills and keep the lights on and whatnot. So, this is pretty cool. Live2.ai. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Are you ready for utilizing interactive video as a part of your business model, your marketing and sales model? If you're not, this ain't for you, obviously. But if you are, I think Live2.ai is what you have been looking for, and what I'm excited to test out in full transparency. But all of that said, I appreciate you guys. If you are still watching, definitely give this video a thumbs up if you thought this was helpful, informative in any way. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. And again, much appreciation for watching. But that said, I gotta keep it moving, but I'll see you in the next video. Peace.